Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you are hope you are fine. And today I'm going to present a new chapter, identifying market segments and targets. Class, you will find this chapter in the ebook, and it is chapter number 8. And this is the first chapter of or for your final papers. In the beginning of this chapter, I would like to tell you about that what we have covered and which subject knowledge what subject knowledge you require to understand this particular chapter. By now, you must be very much aware of core marketing concepts, holistic marketing concepts. You know what and how we can analyze the consumer markets. We know that how to analyze the business markets. After analyzing the consumer markets and knowing about how consumer make decisions and knowing about the business markets, that who are the participants in the business markets, now it's the time that how marketers need to identify the market segments and the targets. By going further, I would like to tell you about that we have studied marketing management definition, and it comes out like that marketing management definition is basically the art and science of planning and executing the entire marketing strategy, which has got the logic of building long-term relationship with the customers. In that regard, I would like to tell you over here that it is not humanly possible that we can satisfy everybody at one time. This we cannot do. The only thing that we can do is to choose few similar characteristics of the consumer and then try to cater them in an effective and an efficient way. Moving further, I would like to go about the learning objectives of this chapter. In this chapter, you will learn different levels of market segmentation, that on like which levels we can segment the market. How can a company divide a market into segments? How should a company choose the most attractive target market? And what are the requirements for effective segmentation? Before going further, I would like to give you few statements. Companies cannot connect with all the customers in large, broad, or diverse markets. When I talk about large, I talk about that the market is very large because now we consider the world as a global market. If we talk about broad, the market is very, very broad in terms of its, needs, in terms of its different kind of characteristics, and diverse in the same time because it consists of different actors who have got different cultures, who have got different geography, who's got different everything. So what we need to understand is we can divide such markets into groups of consumers or segments with distinct needs and wants. Before that, we need to identify our mission. Before that, we need to identify what are our objectives and our goals and our resources. A company then needs to identify which market segment it can serve effectively. This decision requires a keen understanding of consumer behavior and careful strategic thinking. To develop the best marketing plans, managers need to understand what makes each segment unique and different. Before I go further, the first topic is all about levels of market segmentation. When I talk about segmentation, I would first discuss the concept of mass marketing. We have studied this particular topic long time, many times, and in every marketing class. Mass marketing basically is a marketing strategy or a market strategy in which a firm decides to ignore market segment. In this, market is not divided into any segment, and there are like no differences among the segments. And the concept is to appeal the whole market with one strategy, which supports the idea of broadcasting a message that will reach the largest number of people possible. Means that the mass marketing doesn't have to do anything with a segmented market or with one kind of a market or one characteristic or a need or want that the marketer needs to focus. It is basically one message to all. The starting point for discussing segmentation is mass marketing that you all need to remember. In mass marketing, the seller engages in mass production, means that they do not cater about the demand. They consider mass distribution, that whatever is being produced has to be distributed, having no intent to see the market needs and wants, and mass promotion of one product for all buyers. I would like to tell you over here that the strategy is being offered by T Ford in one color. T Ford was the car which was offered in one color, and it was supposed to be the feeling that it would be, if it would be distributed at massive level, it would be bought at the massive level as well. The belief and the philosophy behind mass marketing or the mass production or distribution is that whatever would be produced will be sold. And the example is Coca Cola. It is practiced by Coca Cola when it sold only one kind of Coke in a 6.5-ounce bottle. I would like to tell you about the basic arguments for mass marketing. That what are the arguments of the mass marketing? Basically, it creates the largest potential market, which leads to the lowest cost. You know that the more the units of production, the lower the cost is for the single unit, which in turn can lead to lower prices on higher margins. It will actually reduce the price per unit and will increase the margin for the profit. However, many critics point to the increasing splintering of the markets and the proliferation of advertising media and distribution channels, which are making it difficult and increasingly expensive to reach a mass audience. It has become very difficult to reach the mass audience. It is very hard to cater everybody. So some claim that mass marketing is not existing or it is dying. Most companies are turning into micro marketing. The antonym of the mass marketing is basically the micro marketing. Micro means a very small unit or a very small chunk. And when we talk about marketing, it talks about the process of understanding customer needs, wants, and demands in order to build profitable relationship with them, which are long lasting. So whoever asks you about the antonym or the opposite of mass marketing, you can say it's micro marketing. Despite of catering the market at a broader or a larger perspective, we try to cater the market. We try to divide the market into the smaller segments and try to cater them in a wise manner. So most companies are turning to micro marketing, and markets can be grouped into a narrow cluster based on commitment to a product class. When we divide the markets into the micro market, it is very easy. It is like easier, not very easy, but I would say easier to develop the value proposition, because you are looking almost at one need or two of that particular segment, and that particular segment has got almost the similar characteristics. So it is easier or better for the marketer to understand and cater to the specific need or demands of the customer, rather than satisfying at mass level, where you want to try or where you want to try to satisfy many, but you end up satisfying no one. Most companies are turning to micro marketing at one of the four levels. We can divide the markets at four levels. Number one, segments. Number two, niches. Number three, we can market at local areas. And number four, individuals. Let's go about them one by one. The first level of market segmentation is the segment market. A segment or a market segment consists of a group of customers who share a similar set of needs and wants. This is very clear, and we have been discussing that quite long time back. That segment basically are the group of people who share similar set of needs, wants, or maybe set of same belief and the value system. Rather than creating the segments, the marketer's task is to identify them and decide which one to target. You need to identify the segment first by researching on the different segments. You find one segment which you think is absolutely suitable for you as a marketer or an entrepreneur to cater. Segment marketing offers key benefits over mass marketing. The company can offer what is the benefit of having a segment market over the mass market. The company can offer a better design, which is quite very much of the choice of the target audience. You can actually cater the price according to the demand of the target audience. You can disclose a product in a better way, and you can deliver the product or service and can fine tune the marketing programs and activities. Fine tune the marketing programs means you can develop the product pricing, promotion, and place. You can develop the 4 P's, and you can make your activities in order to satisfy the demand of the target market. However, even a segment is partly a fiction. Partly a fiction, what you can say, uh, to better reflect the competitor marketing, I would like to tell you that in one segment also, everyone does not want the same thing. They have got basically same ideology, but definitely they can differ from each other in one way or an other. Would like to tell you, there are one category which we call flexible market offering. Since we have decided that in segment market also everybody cannot prefer one product or a one service. There are different needs of the people. There are different emphasis of the people on different things. So in that regard, marketers are have been like requested to have a flexible market offering. Flexible market offering basically consists of two parts. One we call it is a naked solution. Naked solution is something that product has to have one solution which is agreed by everybody. It contains product and the service elements that all segment members value, means that everybody value that particular thing. And number second is discretionary options that some segments, that some member segments value, the you know what you call it that some segment members value. I mean, that they can be different for the different kind of categories in the similar segment. Means to say, a segment can also have the people who differ, one in one way or another from each other. So there are two kinds of flexible market offering has got two kinds of options. One is naked solution, that for what that product is basically existing, the exact solution that the product is being, product is about to give, that everybody agrees upon that solution. But the second level is the discretionary part, where you have to tailor the product according to different, a little different needs of the customers. For example, I would like to give the example over here. And one more thing, that each option in the discretionary option, they will be additionally charged upon that. For example, automobile companies in India or Pakistan offer different versions of the same model with the different features. You also know Toyota also, gives the different versions for the same models. The base model of the vehicle may not have an air conditioner or power steering or a power window. We all know that a basic Mehran does not have a power steering and may not be having a power window. But for the models that have these features, the buyers have to pay a higher price. But you are following to give it to the same segment. But in the segment, there are kind of people who basically have got the discretionary options. They want to have a discretionary options available to them. Similarly, domestic airlines, if we talk about the domestic airlines in India or Pakistan, they offer economy class and a business or executive class for the travelers. We all know that if we buy an air ticket, the naked solution is to fly from one place to another in a very small number of hours. But definitely the discretionary options are that if you are backed by the buying power, you can go for the business class, and if you want to avail the economic class, you can have an economy class, and if you want to travel in the executive class, you can travel in that. And the prices of these, all the options will differ. So the executive or business class passengers get extra facilities because you need to pay more. They have got more comfortable seats, they've got a like better menu for the food, and a greater preference while checking in and boarding the aircraft. So I hope that you are understanding the basic ideology of the levels of the market segmentation. The first level is the segment marketing, where you have identified that in the particular segment also we can talk about a little different categories who are having the same catering needs but a little different discretionary options. We can also characterize market segments in the different way. And one way is to identify preference segments. When we talk about the preference segments, we talk about homogeneous preferences, we talk about diffused preferences, and we talk about the clustered preferences. Preferences means what customers really preference. Homogeneously, what they prefer. Homogeneous preferences exist when all consumers have roughly the same preferences. Homogeneous means something which is having a similarity within it. So homogeneous preferences exist when all consumers have roughly the same preferences. Then we will talk about the diffused preferences vary greatly in their preferences. Um, uh, if several brands are in the market, they are likely to position themselves throughout the space and show real differences to match differences in the consumer preferences. Like in diffused preference, we need to understand our core competency very, very well, because we need to create the differentiation, and we need to create the selective attention, or we can need to create the what we call it a competitive advantage over the others. Finally, we have got the clustered preferences that results when natural market segments emerge from group of the consumers with shared preferences, where we call natural market is the segment of the market made up of people with whom you share the common grounds. It could be life experiences, cultural preferences, values, or other characteristics or the interest. So we can actually cater the preferences of the segment market. We can level the level of the segment. Actually, we can go about the flexible market offering by looking at the different preferences. We can look at the similar preferences of the people in which large amount of people agree on one product, or we can go for the diffuse preferences where we need to see ourselves, that where we can find a difference of ours than our competitors. And then there is a clustered preferences that results when the natural market segment emerges from group of consumers with the shared preferences, when people basically have got the share preferences for each particular thing. This is somehow the other segment marketing. Now we would be talking about niche marketing. We have heard this name many, many times before. A niche is more narrowly defined. When we talk about a segment is like a quite, a bigger part, a little bigger part. When we talk about niche, we become very, very specific in catering one need or another. A niche is a more narrowly defined customer group seeking a distinctive mix of benefits. When we talk about distinctive mix, we talk about very different needs, or a very specific needs, or a very specific needs of few kind of buyers. Marketers usually identify niches by dividing a segment into the subsegments. Like we find, I have discussed below before, and I have discussed many times in our physical classes, that there are many homogeneous segments exist in the heterogeneous markets, and few homogeneous markets we can cater them as the niche markets. So for example, I would like to give you several examples over here. Few examples are easy. Easy is the liquid detergent from one of the very leading companies of India, which is Godrej. It is a fabric washing product for woolen clothes. Because of its mildness, Customers use this detergent to wash delicate clothes that could not damage the the clothes. Then there is one cream we call we use like crack creams. Crack basically is an ointment from one of the pharmaceuticals, and it is somehow the other catering the female segments for prevention and treatment of cracks in the feet that develop due to inadequate protection or care due to the cold. Then there is one more product which we called itch guard, which is specifically dealing with the niche which has got an itch problem. Itch guard, another product from the same company, focuses on the niche requirement of treating the itching sensation caused by perspiration during summer. Yet another example is the herbal toothpaste neem and sensodyne, which is basically catering one need and it is actually creating one kind of a niche. Yet another example is somehow the what we call it Colgate also, and they've got different flavors. One very important example I would like to quote under the niche marketing are the channels in Pakistan also. We have got QTV, which is specifically catering the niche, which is like related and very much related in listening to Quran and to understand Quran. Then we have got the sports channels. Then we have got the different drama and entertainment channels which are focusing at that niche, which is very much interested in that. So, likewise, there are also magazines like Better Photography that target the niche segment of serious amateur photographic enthusiasts, and other magazines, and such as motorcycle enthusiasts, automobile enthusiasts, sports enthusiasts, people interested in architecture and in home decoration. What does an attractive niche look like? That is something that is very interesting for us to understand, that what does an attractive niche looks like. The customers have a distinct set of needs, means different set of needs. They will pay a premium to the firm that best satisfies them. The niche is fairly small, but the size, profit, and growth potential is like unlikely to attract many other competitors. The niche gains certain economies through specialization. The niche segment basically specializes in one or mostly at two specific things rather than catering many. Next we have niche. I would like to give you an example over here that larger companies such as IBM have lost pieces of their markets into the niches. These confrontations have been labeled as against gorillas, for example. IBM basically is the international business machines, and they've been given a strong competition by Apple, by other big companies in their specialized kind of niche catering market. This is happening in the online networking market also, where MySpace and Facebook are becoming mature service providers. They're becoming the competitor in the niche market. I would like you people to read the comparison of MySpace and the Facebook. Some larger companies have uh, turned into the niche marketing. They have become more specific, more specialized in catering certain things. One example is the Hallmark. Hallmark, we all know they are specialized in providing the market with the greeting cards. Hallmark personal expression products can be found in more than 43,000 retail outlets nationwide, and they account for one of every two greeting cards purchased in the United States. Hallmark's success in part has been due to its vigorously segmenting its greeting cards business. In addition to popular sub branding card lines such as humorous shoebox greetings, Hallmark has introduced lines targeting specific market segmentations, fresh ink targets, like basically to 18 to 39 years old women. Hallmark Warm Wishes offers hundreds of 99% cards. Hallmark three ethnic lines are mahogany, which is like catering the African sentiments. the Tree of Life, which are basically targeting the Hispanics, and Sincere Mant, which is actually focusing the Hispanics, and somehow the Trees of Life, it is basically giving life, or giving greetings to the Jewish consumer respectively. So Hallmark, also being the greeting company, doesn't make cards or doesn't mass produce the cards, one kind of cards for everybody, because they understands that in America there are many ethnic groups. They are African Americans, they are Hispanics, and they are Jewish. They have got the different sentiments towards their own culture, towards their own rituals. So in that regard, they have made the greetings by keeping their point of views in the mind. Niche markets aim to understand their customer needs so well that the customer is willing to pay a premium. Ayurvedic or herbal products and all natural products usually command a premium. You all know that the organic food, which is basically targeted towards getting from the neatest soil without any fertilizer, basically that is somehow the other a niche market which really want the herbal food in their fridges for themselves. As marketing efficiency increases, niches that were seemingly too small may become more profitable. There's one more thing, that people of very large size, basically, they do not get the ready-made material. But one company, we call it Revolution in India, they have actually catered the very plus sizes of the females, especially because it is somehow they thought that they are being deprived of being like wearing ready-made clothes. So they created a niche particularly for that plus size women who have got very heavy structure of the body, but they want to wear something stylish, something very very ready-made. So niche marketers, Revolution being the niche marketer, thought about this thing and they catered. I would like you to visit the ebook and read about the sorry, Revolution, which is an Indian brand catering one plus size women who have got like they're overweight and they do not find the clothes elsewhere in much good prices, and very good marketing, and very good, somehow they're the very good designs. I would suggest you people to open your ebooks while reading and taking this lecture. You would be understanding it in a much better way. Moving on to the third level of segmentation, which is local marketing. Target marketing is leading to marketing programs tailored. Tailored means shaped up to the needs and wants of the local customer groups in the trading areas, neighborhoods, and even the individual stores. Many banks in India have specialized branches that exclusively cater to the corporate customers. I must tell you the ideology over here, that the local marketing and whatever marketing we do, we emphasize on the four P's: product, price, place, promotion. Local marketing basically is actually capitalizing to the consumer, which is catering the place part of the marketing mix, that they want to cater the local market which is around the brands. Many banks in India have specialized branches that exclusively cater to the corporate customers. In many states like Kerala, there are banks that have non-resident Indians branches to cater to the needs of the families whose relatives remit money from abroad, especially from the Middle Eastern countries. They have got the separate branches to cater the people who have got the who receive the money from the relatives, or from their loved ones from abroad. So, in that regard, we can say that there are in-city courier companies. The in-city courier companies in many cities, like TCS, also they also cater the in-city courier companies, and Davo also. Davo probably not, but TCS does it. Similarly, there are in-city courier companies in many cities in India that specialize in delivering mail and packets on the same day within a specific geographical area and within a city. Recently, you have seen the movie Spider-Man 3 was released in India, also in Pakistan also, and in different languages. Why you want to do that? Because you want that the people should understand what is being thrown at them. If you take an example of Artogul, Artogul has been translated into different subtitles of Urdu and English because the local marketing has to understand the promotional activity and the entire gist of the channel. So, local marketing reflects a growing trend called grassroots marketing. Grassroots means that going to the roots, understanding the roots, and then doing the marketing. Because if you will not understand the grassroots, if you not understand the languages, if you do not understand the nature of the people, you cannot simply do the marketing in effective manner. So marketing activities concentrate on getting as close and personally relevant to individual customers as possible. Much of Nike's initial success comes from engaging target consumers through grassroots marketing, such as sponsorship of local school teams, expert conducted clinics, and provision of shoes, clothing, and equipment. This is how Nike induced itself into the market. Those who favor localized marketing see national advertising as wasteful because it is too arm's length and fails to address the local needs. These against those against local marketing argue that it drives up manufacturing and marketing costs while reducing economies of scale and magnifying logistical problems. A brand overall image might be diffused if the product and message are different in different localities. I hope that you people understand. By now, we have understood the three levels of marketing. That how the levels, what are the levels of segmentation? We can actually cater the market to the segment market level. We can mesh, we can create a niche, or we can do the local marketing. The fourth one is individual marketing, which is actually going very personal, which is somehow very personal. When we talk about the individual market, when we talk about the individual marketing, the ultimate level of segmentation leads to segment of one, that is customized marketing, that is getting too closer to the client, or to one marketing. Today, customers are taking more individual initiatives in determining what and how to buy. And you have seen that the internet has made it very easy for the individuals to read about the different specs and catering and being catered by the different brands. Customization is certainly not for every company, as we need to know about it. That there is somehow the other a concept of customization, which is certainly not for every company. It combines operationally driven market mass customization and customized marketing in a way that empowers consumer to design the product and service offering to their choice. In this way, the companies has got they have got that power, that resources, which can allow consumers to use their brains and get what they really want to have. The firm no longer requires prior information about the customer, nor does the firm need to own manufacturing and individual marketing. The company need not to make something, but they can have all the tools to develop a product once the customer asks for it. The firm provides a platform and tools. The firm provides basically a platform and tools and rents out to customers the means to design their own products. A company is customized when it is able to respond to individual customers by customizing its products, services, and messages on one-to-one basis. See, if we go to McDonald's, we have got the different products, but we cannot mix and match the product according to our own selves. But in Subway, when we go, we can choose the breads, we can actually get the things done, and every individual can make the burgers and make the stuff according to their own choice. So, customization is certainly not for every company. It may be very difficult to implement for complex products like automobiles, but customization can also raise the cost of goods by more than the customer is willing to pay. I tell you one thing, automobile business is very hard to customize, but there are few orders which have been given by business to the business, and they customize the products a little bit for the automobiles as well. And you know what? It is being charged like the same as well. That's why it is said when you go for the customization, the customer has to know that the charges would also increase. Some customers don't know what they want until they see the actual product, unless and until they see the actual product. The product may be hard to repair and have little sales value. In spite of this, customization has worked well for some products, but companies like paint companies like Asian Paint, Kansai Paint, Jensen, and Berger Paints follow the mass customization strategy in paint retailing. Mass customization strategy means that they believe in customization of the colors, because every customer has got their own ways of toning their houses and toning their walls. So, in that regard, these companies facilitate customers to mix and match colors of their choices from their catalogs, and the desired colors are mixed in the quantities as per the requirements of the customers. Using the equipment installed at the retail points, this provide a wide range of colors for the customers to choose from. Different companies. A few years back, the jeans were launched also, and they were branded ready to wear, ready to stitch jeans. The product positioned in the economy segment offered branded denim at a low price with flexibility of customization at the neighborhood tailor. Another example of customization is the Galleria credit card offered by United Bank Limited, Pakistan, where they cater the individual needs of the customer. It is not very easy to gauge the customer's latent need and addressing the needs of the customer, because every customer is very different. There are few companies that has got the resources to cater individual customer. Their entire psychology and the cycle is being designed in the same way. I would like you people to go about entire chapter, entire topic of this thing, where you have understood one thing very, very clearly. I would like to go about it, identifying markets and identifying the targets. It is somehow markets are the places where we transact, and targets are somehow we start thinking about targeting a certain group of people. What are the levels of segmentation? It is being told to you so that you can decide which aspect of the segmentation you should be doing further to work in the market. So the first was the segment market, where we have to segment the market into the different halves where people have got similar needs, wants, and demands. Then we have got there's one thing that is being suggested to the marketers, that we need to have a flexible offerings, where we have got the two options: the naked solution. The naked solution refers to the point that the automobile, let's suppose, is a car which is there to be driven, but there are some discretionary options as well within the segment. Like I gave you the example of automobiles, where you have got one Mehran, but one Mehran has got power steering, everything in it, for which the customer has to pay the price. And on the other hand, customer just needs the product to use, and which is there to use for their daily needs. The next one was the niche market. The niche market basically gets very, very specific, gets very, very specific about the certain needs of the target market. Like Ferrari actually caters that particular niche, which is like very adventurous, and they have penned out, they have just pinpointed that particular segment, which is basically one segment in which you try to cater the needs of the adventurous people, and you make the products according to the demand. You do not exceed the demand of the market while you're coming and giving. The third level of the marketing is the local marketing. Local marketing basically refers to the kind of locality, the locality market. The marketers need to be very smart in providing the services to the local market, where there are in-house services to provide the services to the people in the same vicinity, rather than going out. And you have to think about, in the local marketing or the local aspect, you need to set one thing, that your convenience of the customer is very immensely important. The fourth one is the individual marketing, where the customization takes place. The marketing works with the aspect of understanding the needs of a single individual, whether it's a company or an individual. But for the individual marketing, definitely you need to pay more. So this was kind of an end of levels of segmentation. I hope that you people have understood. Kindly keep on keep your notes in front of you via ebook, and also listen to my lecture very carefully. In your in this week, I'm going to come into the interactive session, and we'll discuss this particular topic and other topic which I'm going to upload soon after this. We will discuss the topics with I will discuss the topics with you, so that you understand the entire thing, and whatever your queries are, I would be able to clear it. In the next class, I would be coming up with the second topic, which are the basis for segmentation consumer markets. But till then, I would like that you people should go through this chapter really well, this topic really well, while opening the notes in front of you, by opening this PowerPoint and listening to my lecture, would actually cater you in a better way. An interactive session will also be there to clear your all the concepts if you have any confusion in that. I would like to tell you that keep holistic marketing concept in the mind, because whatever we do, whatever we think, we need to work as a team. We need to work as one group, because one group or a one team can make the company to the heights of the success. This marks an end to my today's recorded lecture. I hope that you have enjoyed it, or you have listened to the entire thing. I would be coming soon with the basis for segmenting consumer markets. So till then, you people take care of yourselves and have a nice day. Khuda Hafiz.